Salut à tous, on se retrouve pour la suite de Vampyr. Donc là on va voir la Dr. Swansea. On va voir ce qu'il veut.
Please, Jonathan, come in. Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea, but my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
J'ai un peu tué ma sœur aussi, bon voilà quoi, donc c'est pas la fiesta qu'on va se calmer. Je suis l'incarnation d'un paradoxe.
There is an absurd poetry to my situation. Physician, heal thyself.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
There is no need to apologize, Edgar. You offered me sanctuary when I had none.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
Genre je l'ai pas vu encore. Vous êtes en bonne santé, dis donc. Votre sang vaut beaucoup d'expérience. Je le sens. Contrôle-toi. Petit truc là, à voler. Je sais pas si je vais dormir justement pour l'améliorer. Mon autophagie niveau 2. 300. Ah, je vais aller vite fait. Espérons que personne meurt. Il n'y a pas moyen de faire un petit vaccin, un truc là. Ok, il manque quelque chose. On améliore ça. Valide. Événement majeur dans le quartier. Et bon. Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé? Lui il est mort. C'est enlever l'icône jaune, c'est tout. Un traitement pour la fatigue, traitement pour la fatigue, traitement. Vous mettez des traitements à tout le monde, quoi. Ah bah oui, mais c'est... Ah, mais je suis con, c'est normal. C'est parce que je lui ai donné un traitement, donc forcément ça change. Bref. Tac, tac. Stable, et maintenant on doit aller où? Allez, go. Attends, je dois aller où là? Il fallait voir l'autre qui est toute douce, toute gentille, je sais pas quoi vers la tente. Mais pourtant, logiquement, je l'aurais déjà croisé normalement. Salut toi.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet lady of mercy.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a the lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
Il va la ken. Moi je dis il va la ken.
Apologies. You've taken me by surprise. I'm very happy to see you.
The pleasure is mine, Doctor.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
Pardon my boldness, Your Ladyship, but I have questions concerning this condition we share.
As a newborn, your hunger for answers is rivaled only by your thirst for blood. But the questions need wait.
I'm a scientist. My trade is in the deciphering of mysteries, and I need information to feed my mind.
I will gladly answer every question you have, but first, prove yourself capable of resolving my predicament without eating the culprit.
Have any of the patients given you trouble?
These poor souls have so little left to live for. I do my best to ease their pain.
The world would be a better place if it were cared for by women like you.
You make me blush. I am simply a necessary evil.
Je suis là pour t'aider, t'inquiète même
Dr.
pas.
Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
What are your expectations? Please be precise.
As the newly appointed surgeon of this hospital, you are in an excellent position to ask innocent questions and deftly learn the identity of my blackmailer.
Who would be so foolish as to threaten you? A kindred spirit.
Even if it were the case, and I highly doubt it, a vampire would have asked for something more valuable than money. My suspicions lean toward a patient or their family.
C'est sûr, un vampire, il a rien à foutre de la thune. S'il veut, il peut l'avoir.
If we're dealing with an ordinary criminal, surely you've the means to deal with it yourself, if I may.
As immortal tradition doth dictate, all fangs and hypnotic eyes ablaze, the blood would run like a river. That's what I hope to avoid. Violence has a tendency to spiral out of control.
Please continue. Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reed. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
Toi, je t'aime bien. Toi, je t'aime bien, toi. T'inquiète même pas. Et toi?
What is this? Who are you? Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some bumbling intern. Where's Dr. Swansea?
Ouh, j'ai envie de l'insulter.
Please, calm down, madam. I assure you that I am highly qualified. I'm just back from war duty.
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here? You've picked the wrong fight. I'm Harriet Jones.
Harriet Jones? Indeed. I've been meaning to have a chat with you. You know what goes on here better than any other patient, I gather.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse or doctor. I've seen so many vile undertakings.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on. Was there a case of blackmail?
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something. This isn't a social call. One of those incompetent cunts slit a poor sod's vein.
If I didn't know better, Miss Jones, I'd be inclined to say you enjoy this type of idle gossip.
God's honest truth, Doctor. It's just the way it is here. Most of these bitches would let you freeze to death before getting you a blanket.
You seem to know more about the goings-on here than anyone else. Beware, Miss Jones, in case suspicion should fall on you.
That's it. Blame the old and infirm. I see those little bitches' greedy little eyes. Just waiting for me to pop off they are.
Même toi, tu vas te détendre. De toute façon, à la fin du jeu, je vais te défoncer, tu vois.
I assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores, all of them. They can't keep their legs shut. I've seen them scratching slutty sores.
Really? Well, if you have irrefutable proof, I'll not have the staff behaving in such a manner here.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. But I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on hospital hours.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones. You've given me something to go on. See you on the next round.
Ok. En même temps, on le savait déjà, d'après mes sources, qu'on avait déjà parlé avec elle. On savait déjà qu'il y avait du fricotage dans l'air. Donc... t'es sérieux? L'armoire, je peux y toucher, là je peux plus y toucher? C'est pas normal ça. Oh là là, mais c'est bug ce jeu. C'est tombé.
The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them.
Pipa, elle est où déjà? Thomas, là. Voilà.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
Alors, il n'y a pas des nouveaux trucs? Tac, je regardais. Hop. Ah si, tiens.
Pepper, I know you're very close to Milton Hooks.
Yes? Milton Hooks is my man. If you want to report me for that, just feel free, Doctor.
I have no intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins. But are you aware of the risks?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore. But here at the Pembroke, we break rules all the time.
Is he worth the risk?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke. But we do our best to get by. That's all any of us can hope for nowadays.
Ok.
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones. Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She's full of fanciful tales.
Des sornettes. Elle raconte des sornettes.
She could have been telling the truth about the mysterious man.
That old witch will end up in hell soon enough. Who cares if the nurse finds some happiness where she can?
Putain, mais limite ce jeu en fait c'est un Sherlock Holmes. Tu passes ton temps à discuter avec les gens, ça me dérange pas. Hein. Tu passes ton temps à discuter, t'étudies, tout ça, t'enquêtes.
No matter how you feel about her, Miss Jones deserves our help.
Who says I don't care for her? Hate is what keeps that old crone alive.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Alors...
I wonder what your last...
Dorothy Crane.
The pain. It's there again.
Tac tac tac. Dorothy Crane. Quoi? C'est quoi ça? C'est quoi ça? Je sais même pas à quoi ça correspond. Ah, mais c'est que je le connais pas. Si. Vous faisiez quoi là, tous les deux là? Dans votre coin là? Faut savoir ce qui se passe ici? Putain. Bon. Sérieusement. Elle est où la Crane? Dorothy Crane. Hop. Dorothy, où es-tu? Ah oui, pardon, putain. J'ai pas l'habitude de ce truc. C'est pas toi que je veux parler. Comme c'est pas toi. Attends. Viens là.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Do you know if any of the hospital staff have criminal backgrounds?
The people who work here all come from very different backgrounds, Doctor. Just like the patients.
Ok.
Have you seen a strange man visiting any of the nurses here?
I've never heard of such a thing, Doctor.
T'es sûr? T'es sûr que t'as rien d'autre à me dire? T'es sûr? L'erreur médicale de Tuppet Vincent.
Tell me what Dr. Tippett did. I know his mistake caused a patient's death.
If I had not covered up his error, Dr. Tippett would have been fired from this hospital. I could not let that happen.
You can't allow your emotions to dictate your conduct concerning patients, Nurse Brannigan.
Look around you, Dr. Reed. Do you really think we can afford to lose a brilliant practitioner like Dr. Tippett in our situation?
I can't say I approve of what you did. But as a field surgeon, I know that some situations require you to bend the rules.
I'm not proud of what I've done, but to contain the epidemic must be our priority, so we can't afford to lose Dr. Tippett.
Why does Dr. Tippett claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
Ok, ça c'est fait. Ça c'est fait. Il y a pas un nouveau truc là. Non.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Hop. Et la crane. Ouais, crane. Putain, mais elle est où? Sur ma gueule. Alors, appuyez sur L3 pour aiguiser vos sens. Si ton se comporte de manière étrange, son cœur émettra des lueurs caractéristiques. Si vous examinez cette situation, vous déverrouillerez une interaction spéciale.
Please, sir. I need help bad.
What's going on?
I'm Blight, sir. Newton Blight. I've lost my mate. Can't find him anywhere.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed from the Pembroke Hospital. Please, calm down and give me more details.
Oswald and myself were both infantry, sir. We were en route for the hospital, but... well, we had a disagreement. And Oswald ran off towards the canal.
How long have you been searching for him?
I can't go there. Too many rats by the water. Fucking rats. Can't stand them since the war, sir. Can't stand them at all.
Don't be ashamed, Mr. Blight. Many soldiers who survived the trenches suffer from musophobia. I'll see what I can do for your friend.
Alors,
This is a dangerous part of town. What are you doing here?
We were looking for the Pembroke Hospital. We both need help. Treatment, I mean. To get some sleep. Just need to feel better, sir.
t'as juste à monter l'escalier en fait.
What can you tell me about yourself?
I'm Oswald's best friend. We served in the same regiment, sir. Taken care of each other since we came back from the front.
What can you tell me about your friend?
His name is Oswald Thatcher. We survived the war together. Oswald is...
Nervous and quite fragile since we came back from the war.
Where was your friend the last time you saw him?
He went down by the canal. He didn't want to go to the hospital. I think he went to the sewers on purpose. So I couldn't go after him.
I have all the information I need for now. If I find anything out about your friend, I'll let you know as soon as I can.
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
De rien. Sauf qu'à la base, j'étais censé voir l'autre. Et si je commence à faire 50 trucs en même temps, on va pas y arriver. Bah ouais, mais elle est où?
You're sure you don't come back with me?
Nah, I have to see someone at the hospital.
Be careful. You look so bad they may keep you as a patient.
Fuck 'em. I don't like hospitals or doctors.
Well then, when you go back to Whitechapel, you may find this useful.
What is it?
A pass for a free medical exam by the best nurse available. Just read it.
I don't read well, but thank you, I guess.
Qu'est-ce que tu nous m'as dit? Ah oui, j'aurais dû faire pareil pour... En fait, il fallait appuyer sur QUOI, mais j'avais pas compris. Ça aurait fait... C'est ça qu'ils appellent l'action spéciale, en fait. Secret. Ok. Bon, du coup, les amis, on va s'arrêter là pour aujourd'hui. La prochaine fois, on se retrouvera, on va voir le petit lézard des égouts, on va voir. On va voir ça. Donc, je vous dis à très bientôt pour la suite. Allez, ciao, ciao.